Insurance has changed a lot through the years, and I think there's a lot of things that are changing because, especially when it comes to the commercial business that you write, you do a lot of churches, and the churches are aging, and a lot of companies are kind of afraid of some of these buildings because they're so old. What can you say about all that?
The reason the insurance companies, for the most part, are concerned about churches and the age of the buildings relates to the idea that these buildings are old and sometimes not as well maintained as they could be. It's harder to find building materials to replace them. And so the cost of losses are much greater than they are for a newer building, for example, that was just built 5 years ago. The insurance companies typically want the buildings under 25 years of age. Some companies will go to 50 years of age, and some will go to 75. But if you think about a 75-year-old building, that was just built back in 1951.
Yeah.
So that's not an old building in my mind. But if you go into, say, the city of Detroit or some of the inner city workings of the urban areas and so forth, like Chicago or New York, what have you, those buildings are very old. They're much more older than 75 years. Even when you get out into the rural areas, those buildings tend to be very old as well.
Yeah.
So you don't see a lot of new buildings in churches and some of those types. But it's not just churches. They look at commercial buildings in general in that same fashion. And their thinking is that if we can keep them into the newer, we're going to have less problems with losses. We have a better underwriting result, and that's the approach that they take.